Hey there, welcome to today's training. And in today's training, we're going to go over a social media game plan for fabricators. Have a lot of good content for you today, so let's jump right in. In today's training, we're going to go over a social media. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so let's go over to here. So the game plan for today is we're going to I'm going to show you how to set up your business pages. Most of you probably already have that set up. So, that will be quick. We're not going to go over that too much, but I will give you some resources and give you some tips on that. The next thing is I'm going to show you how to optimize each page because you could have a Facebook page, and mostly we're going to be going over Facebook and Instagram. You can have a Facebook page, you can have an Instagram page, but you want to make sure they're optimized so you get the most out of them. The last thing you want to do is create this great social media strategy. Someone goes to your profile and then you're not really taking advantage of every person going there. So I'll show you how to do that. And then the game plan, what, how, and when to post online. And then of course, at the end, if you have any questions, I can answer them. So we stream these live on Facebook and YouTube, plus on our website. So if you have any questions, just type them in and I'll see them from my end. But my trainings are usually about 30 minutes long, over the shoulder type training. We have some slides, but we'll also jump into some live profiles and look at some live things. But unplug from any distractions. The best way to consume this is just watch it, go back. I'm going to send you out the replay. So the replay will be on YouTube, but I'll also email you the replay. But watch it, consume it, and then go back and try to do this stuff, because there's going to be a lot of tips in here. So, you can break it down in the replay when you're watching it. But like I said, just give it a good 20, 30 minutes, me right now, and you're going to learn a ton. So a little bit about myself. I own the Countertop Marketing Company. We only work with countertop companies. And I do trainings for ISFA, part of the Natural Stone Institute. I also write for the Slippery Rock Gazette. It's a family-run business. Most of our clients are family-run. We work with companies all over the U.S. and in Canada, and we do a good job for our clients. So if you're a fabricator, if you're a countertop company, and you want to learn how to grow that retail part of your business, contact us because that's really what we specialize in. So let's jump right in here. I'm getting over a little cold, so I apologize. I'm probably a little nasally. I might sniffle a couple of times, but it's all good. You're going to still learn a ton here. So, why is social media so important? Let's look at some of the stats. Now, 3.5 billion people are active on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger each month. Yes, I know this is a worldwide stat, but it's still important. It's a ton of people. It's half the population when you think about it. So when you're thinking locally, you don't have a billion people in your town, but even if you have 100,000, you have 1 million, most likely half of those people are on social media, and it's probably higher. So everyone is basically on social media. Most of your customers are on it. Now, the next stat is interesting. About almost 2 billion people log on to Facebook each day. People, it's like checking email now is logging on to Facebook. It's just part of their routine. So, and that's just Facebook. We're not talking about Instagram or anything else. So they're on these apps. They're spending time on them, and you can see about 2.5 hours are spent on someone's mobile phone. So myself, I'm trying to spend less time on my phone. I probably don't spend 2.5 hours on it a day, but I'm on a computer all day. So that's might be a little bit different, but I do spend time on it. And something that I'm trying to do less, but the truth is we just spend time on our mobile phones. So when you're on your mobile phone, you might be reading the news, but you're probably on the Facebook app. You're probably on the Instagram app. You're on some type of social media for at least a portion of that time. So let's look at setting up a business page. Again, most likely you have a Facebook page set up, you have an Instagram page set up, but I'll put these links in the show notes so you'll be able to get this. Again, you might be listening to this as a podcast. You might be with us live. You might be catching the replay. So, always go back to the show notes because I'll have a bunch of notes in there where you can get these links. But let's look real quick at these two links again, I'm not going to go over them in detail, but right here, if you have to create a Facebook page, business page, you have to have a Facebook profile, and then you just follow these directions here. I'm not going to go by each step. And then again, same thing with Instagram. You don't want to use your personal account. You want a business. I believe you have to have a personal Instagram account, but you want a business account for your business. Separate both of them. So again, I'll give you those links. Let's not go over that because it's pretty self-explanatory right here. And most likely you already have that. But now let's look into optimizing your profile. And like I said, it's important to optimize this profile because if you are getting traffic, what's the whole goal of this is to build a brand, build awareness. But at the end of the day, you want more jobs, you want more countertop projects. This is going to help with that retail side of the business. Mostly it's going to be homeowners. And when you put time into your social media accounts, you want to get rewarded for that. Why not? Why else are you going to put all this time into it? So the first thing what you want to do after you set up your accounts, you probably already have your accounts, is you want to optimize each profile. So let's check out a couple of profiles here. So let me jump over so this is Marble Granite World, great company, one of our clients. They do a fantastic job and they have a great business. So I want to show you their profile. So right here, you can see they have all their information filled out here. They have the description, the about section. They have their website in here, phone number, email address, hours. Put your hours on your profile, categories that they picked. They have some good posts here. They're doing all the right things, and they get some good traction out of their profile. Now, a couple of things up here. You do want to show the review tab. I'm not sure if that's automatically on as a default, but you do want to show reviews and you want to get reviews. You should be getting reviews on Google. The other place should be Facebook because people are going to read those reviews and it's just going to help your overall general, online profile, online marketing. So make sure that reviews tab is on. The other thing is this about section right here. Go to this page right here, and some of this will show on that first screen we were looking at, but make sure everything is filled in here. Fill in as much as you can because, again, when someone lands here, you want them to be able to find out all the information. Like if you don't put your hours on your profile and they go to your profile, they don't see your hours, they might say, I don't know, let me go see when they're open. And then that's it. You might lose them just from that. People are busy these days. We have a million things going on. So again, give them everything that they need so they don't have to search around and look for it. So that's Facebook. Let's jump over to Instagram. Again, Marble Granite World, they do a great job on their Instagram account too. So you can see here, have a nice description here. They put their hours in their description. Very smart idea. Again, a lot of times that's a question. When are you open? When can I come down to the showroom? So put your hours on there. And then their website. Include your website. This is an extra field in Instagram. You have to put your website in there in order for it to show. You want someone to interact with your profile, of course, but if they go over to your website, that's okay. That's good, as long as you have a good website. But send them to your website. Have them look around. They're just investing more time in your business. They have all of these. I don't know exactly what they're called, but you have to create a story in Instagram. And then out of a story, you can create one of these right here. I'm like 99% sure about that. We're actually currently, I'll show you our own profile. We do not have those right now. And this week, we're actually putting those on our own profile. So we do some of this stuff ourselves. We have a good description here. We have, actually, I'll show you this too. So a good tool that you can use. So like Marble Granite World, they have a link to their website. That's great. At least put your link there. That's the least you should do. But you can also use a tool like this, Linktree. I think it's free. We use the free version. I don't know what the difference between the free and paid version is. It's probably just more customization on the paid version. But you could see here on our profile, we have a link tree. It doesn't look as smooth on a desktop, but if you're on your mobile phone, this would pop up. It's like a nice kind of looking pop-up, and it would have, and it has all these links right here. So here's today's workshop. Here's our podcast. Here's episode 8 of our podcast. If you want a strategy session, blah, 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 all this stuff. And it makes it's a nice organized way to show different links that you want to send people to. So for your company, you might have your website, get a quote, look at material, you send them to your website to look at material, all different things, learn more about us, learn from where, how we started our company. Maybe you have you do something locally, put a link in there for that too. So definitely check out Linktree, free tool, very easy to use. And you can see here, we just have our Linktree link right down here. So on the app, like I said, super smooth. Someone pops it open and there you go. That's it. So again, just to go over quickly, make sure you beef up your about page, which will basically fill in all this information right here on Facebook. On Instagram, have a good description, put your hours in there. That's a great idea. And put a link to your website and then start building out some of these too. So that is how to optimize your profile. Again, and the reason you want to do that is because you want to take advantage of every person that interacts with you socially. So it's extremely important to do that. So let's continue on here. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. So when should you post? So this is part of the game plan. We're going to go over when, we're going to go over what, and we're going to go over how. Now, how, you might be saying, oh, it's easy to post on these profiles, but I have some tips to make it even easier for you. So when to post? You want to post as often as you can. I mean, if you could post every day on Facebook and Instagram, again, I'm really just talking about Facebook and Instagram. You could do TikTok. That will get you some traction also. You wouldn't think it's actually going to work in your industry, but it does. It's something that we haven't explored yet. We will over this year. We're even exploring TikTok ads. But right now, Facebook, Instagram, put all your time into those. So post as often as you can. Every day would be great. If not, 3 to 4 times a week. We try to hit that goal of Monday to Friday. So 5 days a week. It's about 20 posts a month. And you want to stay consistent. You don't want to post and then disappear for months, then post, then disappear for months. Try to stay consistent. And you can test different times. So maybe when you post early in the morning, right away you see people like it. So, oh, maybe that's when I should be posting. Maybe that's late at night. And you'll just learn that as time goes on, as you post. There's even some tools out there that will give you some of those stats. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much what time of the day you post. The more important thing is to just post consistently. Just keep doing it every single day. Now, what should you post? There's so much that you can post in your industry that it's fantastic. And the nice thing is it's like with just general social media advice is not to post about yourself all the time. But the good thing with your industry is that by posting what people like to see, you actually are posting about yourself. So completed projects, you're not saying, hey, like, here's a complete project, schedule your appointment today. I mean, you can say that, but just by posting completed projects before and afters, you're showing off your work. It's almost like an artist when you think about it. You're showing you're showing your work, and what you've done. And by that, you're promoting your business. So it's really a win-win. Completed projects people love. Before and afters, people really love to see the transformation of what a project was to what something was completed. So a good thing is to have your installers. So, again, this is tough because you might install the countertop and then the plumbing isn't finished. The outlets aren't done. The kitchen isn't complete once your installers are done. So, get some pictures of it, even if they could do some close-ups, different angles. Even if they do the whole project, that's okay. But, get them to take some pictures, and then even ask the homeowner, you should be following up with them a week, 2 weeks down the road. Try to get a review from them. Say, hey, can you give us a Google review if you're happy, blah, blah, blah. Also, can you send us a couple of pictures? We want to put it up on our website. People love that. They're proud of their kitchen, their bathroom. And by you asking for pictures, some of them will give them to you. And most of the time, all you need is just someone to take out their iPhone, their Android, snap a couple of pictures. That is all you need. Unless they have their finger over the lens, or I don't know, they're on just a weird angle. Most of the pictures are going to probably look pretty decent. You don't need this like big production to get pictures in this expensive camera. Our phones are good enough. So get your installers to do it. Get the homeowners to send you some pictures. Now, also take some videos of the job. That's a great time for your installer. Go around, take a couple of quick videos. Try to keep them short, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. To show on Instagram, it needs to be under 60 seconds. So just keep that in mind. But what you could do is, there's a little bit of setup, but you set up a Google Drive folder, right? You set up a Google Drive folder. You have a couple of your installers. You have them put the app on their phone. So once they take a couple of pictures, they upload the photos to your photo on that Google Drive. It's going to get synced right through your computer, and that's it. You don't have to worry about them texting you the photos and all of that. Just create a very simple process. So they take some pictures, they take some videos, they upload it to Google Drive, and it gets synced over. Again, after it's set up, it's extremely easy to do. The tough part is setting it up, but it's not that hard to do. So that's a good way to kind of make it seamless, to get this all going and to make sure that you're getting all of this content, because they could take the pictures and then you never get them, and then it's a complete waste. So a couple of tips there on what to post. Behind the scenes content. So maybe you just got a new CNC, or maybe show a video of using the CNC, a showroom walkthrough, going out in the slab yard, seeing a new delivery that you're getting, seeing some new material that you have. Again, this is all kind of promotional material, promotional content, but it's not like in your face promotional. It's especially the project pictures. It's the best type of content because people love it, and you're promoting your work. Like I said, you're an artist. What you guys do, it's art. It's a form of art. So show the completed project, and by showing that, someone's going to say, "Oh, I like that. I like that color granite. That quartz looks nice. I think I want to contact them. I want that in my house." And there you go. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. But like I said, you got to do it consistently, or it's not going to happen. Now, behind the scenes, interview employees. This is another good thing for content. So, interview employees. People love to hear other people's stories. So interview the owner. If you are the owner, interview the manager, interview some of the employees, the installers, the office staff. Go around with your phone, do some quick clips like that. Like I said, 30, 60 seconds. They can even be longer. That's okay. For Instagram, if they are longer, then it goes on to Instagram TV. But again, not a big deal. You could do that too. But again, the thing is to just build up that content. Even if maybe say 1 month, you build up a ton of content, so you're kind of always a month ahead. That's good, because the one thing with social media, it's very easy to start. You get excited, you start, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks, roll by. You're out of content. You have nothing to do. Nothing to post, and then everything just goes downhill from there. So if you could get like a month or a couple weeks of content ahead of time, that's good. That's fantastic. So I'm sorry, I got to take another sip of water here. I said this already, but pictures of material, new slabs you get in. You're promoting what you have, but it's not really in a salesy way. It's just by, hey, look at this new slab that we got. Here's a picture of it. Check it out. And then follow that 80-20 rule. So 80% should be project type content that we're talking about. And then 20%, you could really go for the hard sell there. You could say, hey, here is here's a promotion that we're running, $50 per square foot on this. We have a kitchen package starting at 3,500 up to 45 square feet, whatever it is, you could hit them with that promotional content also, but just make sure most of it is non-promotional. So if you're posting 4 or 5 days a week, one post a week could be promotional. Probably I do maybe like because 4 to 5 days a week, that's one promotional post a week. I might do like one promotional post every 10 days or so. So there's about 3 of them a month. Again, you just don't want to do it too much because then it looks a little bit too salesy. All right, so let's look at a profile again and check out some live examples here. So let me jump on to, let's look at Marble Granite World. Again, they do a fantastic job. So you can see they have a nice mix on their Instagram account here. So they're kind of doing some mixers at their shop, or their showroom, I should say. So they have that. They have some kind of behind the scenes truck pictures, some installers right here, some project pictures. Again, this stuff is great. It's just, explaining the job real quickly. That's it. But someone's going to see that and say, "Oh, I like that. I want that." And again, you don't have to put anything salesy in there. You're just showing your work off. Before and afters. Again, look at this. Before, this is what it looked like. After, bam. I mean, there's nothing better than that. Before and afters work really well on social media. They're, again, because you could see here, look at that. I mean, it's so outdated. It's so, it's such a good upgrade from the after that it speaks for itself. You don't have to even say much in here. It's just, it does all the selling when you think about it, and even here, nice waterfall right here. People are going to see this and they're going to say, "Oh, I want this." So with that, again, they're not like promoting themselves all that much, and that's okay. You don't have to really promote yourself at all because, like I said, these project posts are going to promote you. But every so often, you could put something in here that says, "Hey, we do have a package. We got some new slabs in. Check them out. We, roll with the different seasons, the different holidays. It's Memorial Day. It's Labor Day. It's 4th of July. We're having this sale, blah, blah, blah." Whatever it is, sprinkle those in there. But again, try to keep it to that 80-20 rule where most of it is the direct sales type post. And then a couple of posts a month, put those posts in. It's not a big deal. I mean, people will not get angry at that. All right, so let's look at the how to post. So we went over, just to recap real quick, when to post, we went over that. What to post, we went over that. And now we want to go over how to post. Now, again, you can go on each native app, and just post directly on there. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you do this consistently, why not try to streamline the whole process? So one really good tool is called Buffer. We use it for ourselves. Some of our clients use it. Let's check it out. Now, this is a paid tool. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I think it's like, let me look real quick here. I believe it is about $5 or $6 per profile. So let's say you're posting on Facebook and Instagram and you want their monthly plan, $6 per profile. So $12 a month. Not too bad. And this is what it looks like in here. So you can see we actually do it 2 weeks out. So we're scheduled out for every other week. So we'll soon be loading in content for the next 2 weeks for our social media. But you could see in here, like if I look at a calendar right here inside a Buffer, and then again, I'm not going to go into exactly how to use this tool, but you could see here, this was Tuesday's post, was promoting this workshop. This is Wednesday's, which was today's. This is tomorrow's post, and this is Friday's post right here. And the nice thing is super easy to post on here. So let me go back to, let me go back here. So all you do is you click on create a post, after everything's set up, you select, so we do it on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You select 3, you put your post in there, you upload your pictures, and then that's it. You just customize it for each one, which you can just keep them all the same, and then you just schedule it out. It's so easy. After you kind of do this a couple of times, you could get a post up there scheduled out in literally a couple of minutes. And the way that we do it, I'll actually show you. Hold on, let me bring over a spreadsheet real quick. So I'll show you our content spreadsheet for social media, because there's really 2 ways to do this. You want to organize your social media posts, and then you want to use a tool like Buffer that you can schedule them out. So you can see right here, here are our posts. I'll go down to, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't even have to go down to the most recent, but you can see we do 5 days a week. So Monday to Friday, here's our posts. Here's the status of them. Here's if an image is done. And so we have someone on our team, someone that creates the content, then someone that schedules it out, and someone that creates the images. A good tool, again, this is actually something I wasn't going to go over, but I'll go over it while we're kind of doing all this, is Canva. Fantastic tool. Use this tool for your images. Makes it super easy to edit images. I think they have a good free version, but you can, use Canva, use Buffer, or a scheduling tool out there. There's probably one that's even cheaper, but I feel like $5-6 a month isn't that bad per profile. But between these tools, Canva, scheduling, and then just a simple spreadsheet, there you go. Your process is completely streamlined. So you have someone or yourself, you create all these posts in here. You have someone create the pictures in Canva. They save them in a folder on that Google Drive I was talking about, or if you use Microsoft or anything else like that. And then you just have someone go into Buffer. Again, maybe it's yourself, and you just schedule out your post for a couple of weeks, and that's it. You do this like twice a month. It's probably, maybe 2 hours every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 hours, maybe not even that much. Probably could do it in like an hour. And you have your content scheduled out for a month. What do you think that's going to do to your business after you do that for 12 months? It's going to build a following. It's going to build momentum. But you can't just do it for a week and then say, all right, I'll do this next month or the month after. You got to keep doing it. You're not going to see rewards right from the beginning. It's not easy to keep going when you don't see those rewards, but you got to stick with it. So those are the couple of tools that we use. I literally just showed you exactly what we do. Do the same for your business. Now, like I said, schedule out 2 weeks ahead. That's what we do. You could just do a week ahead. That's okay. If you could do a month ahead, even better. But, and then on the holidays, have a 4th of July post. Again, you could even put a promotion around that. But there'll be some days where you'll have your holiday posts and all of that. Include hashtags. So you want to include hashtags with your post. Now, in your industry, it's pretty easy. You could basically take these. So always put your company name, your handle in there. So like, here, I'll show you ours right here. So let's look at, like here, we always have Countertop Marketing Co. right here, Countertop Marketing. Let's look at like this one right here. Natural Stone, Granite, Small Business, Kernsville, that's where they're located. Greensboro, High Point. So you want to put in your company name. You want to put your city in there, Austin, San Antonio, Tampa, whatever it is. And then use these countertops, granite countertops if it's a granite countertop, quartz countertops if it's quartz, kitchen remodel, kitchen renovation. There's so many good hashtags for the countertop industry that you should use them. And here's a little tip on how to find them. Now, we're going to look at this, but I just want to explain it real quick. The best type of hashtag is something that has a volume of about 50 to 500,000 posts about it. Once it gets into the like 1, 2, 3, 10 million, it's almost too much. And I'm going to show you exactly what that means because it's really confusing to explain. and it's probably even more confusing to understand. So I'm in Instagram right now. I'm looking at the hashtag granite countertops tag. Now you can see for this tag, there's 331,000 posts. So what this means is when someone types in granite countertops on their phone, they're looking at this hashtag. People do look at hashtags. This is how they find certain content. So that's why you want to include them. If you include this in your post, it will show up in someone's feed. Now the problem, like right here, ours was posted today. We include granite countertops in some of our posts. This is our post right here. The problem is if this was, and this is the most recent, we're looking at the most recent. If this was like 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, it's going to go through the feed so fast that people aren't even going to see it because there's just so many things being posted to that it's not going to stay on someone's feed for all that long. And again, they don't even have to search for it. Facebook and Instagram are smart. If they see that you've searched for granite countertops in the past, they're probably going to show you some posts from the granite countertops hashtag sometime down the road. Whether it's a suggested post or they're just going to show it in your feed. You know, they're watching and kind of calculating everything that we do. So again, when you're looking for hashtags, all you have to do is go over to here, type in, let's look at quartz. So quartz, countertops, another great one, 338,000 posts. There you go, 338,000 posts. So again, when you put this as a hashtag for your post, it's going to stay in someone's feed. If this was 10 million, that feed is going so quickly because so many people are posting about that one type of hashtag that it's just going to fly through. No one's going to see it. And usually what happens is with your local posts. So like Austin, your big cities, this has 3 million posts. So I would include your local area in your social media posts as a hashtag. But again, you're probably not going to get a ton of traffic from it. If you live in a smaller populated area, that's even better because then you will probably get some traction for it. But like this, if I included Austin, Texas, in my post today, there's so many posts that are going on, someone might not even see it. So again, that's the trick there with hashtags. Try to shoot for that 50,000 to 500,000 mark. And again, if it's not, that doesn't mean you can't include it, but those are going to get you the most interaction with your posts when you're posting on social media. So I know that is kind of confusing, but I hope kind of going through this example. And again, if you're listening to this, watch it on YouTube because when you see me search for it, it will make a little bit more sense. So that is it. I think that is it. I don't think I have a voice left. Let me just take a sip of water here. So if you want to book a strategy call with me, go over to our website, countertopmarketingco.com. There's call to actions all over. This is what you want to include on your website too. You never want someone to land on your website and they don't know what to do. When you land on my website, you know that if you want to talk to me, it's very easy to do that. So with your own website, I see this a lot with countertop companies. I'll go to their website. I won't see the phone number up here. I won't see the request a quote button up here. Put that information in your website. Sorry, I'm giving you a tip while I'm on my own website. But again, I just see that problem so often that you want to, again, it's like going back to the social media post. When someone is on your profile, put your hours on there, put a link to your website. You never want them looking around for that. You could potentially lose a sale. It could be a big one, it could be a big project where you just lost out because someone couldn't find your hours. So then they clicked off it and then they never remembered to go back. And then that's it. You lost them. So if you want to talk to me, book a call with me. This is all we do. We work with countertop companies. We really help you with the retail side of your business. We know how to grow that portion of your business. So reach out here. Here's some results. This was in January, so about 2 months ago, but this is one of our Facebook ad campaigns, 27 leads, $28 per lead. Facebook ads, you can usually get leads for about $20, could go up to like $50 per lead, but we have our system. It's dialed in. It's ready to get you more countertop projects. So like I said, reach out to us if you are interested. And put some comments in there. I have a couple of questions. Again, I'm just going to take one more quick sip of water here. All right, so I have a good question here. This person's asking, which platform should I spend the most time on? That's a fantastic question. I actually meant to talk about that, but I forgot to. So again, Facebook and Instagram. I wouldn't even mess with Twitter. You can test these different platforms if you want, but Twitter, you're probably not going to get a ton of traction there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, again, will eventually, I shouldn't say eventually because it's already extremely popular. I think it's one of the most popular platforms out there right now. And the demographic for TikTok is actually older than you would think. It was older than what I believed it was. I thought it was more like teenagers, but it's actually like, I think 40, 50 years old is the people that spend the most time on TikTok, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But between Facebook and Instagram, what you can do, and I will show you a tip right here. And again, if you're listening to this, just make sure to watch the replay. So, or watch the recording. So in a tool like Buffer, and again, you don't have to use Buffer. There's a million tools out there. But what we do, we don't post different content on Instagram, different content on Facebook. That would be the ultimate social media strategy. But honestly, you don't really need to do that. It's kind of overkill. So create your posts, schedule them out like this, create a nice spreadsheet of all your posts. And then in these tools, you can pick Facebook, Instagram, you pop your post in there, and then bam, it's just going to push it out to both of those platforms. So you're not really spending more time on one rather than the other. It's more your overall strategy is coming up with the content, and you're going to push it out to these platforms. Again, it's better to be consistent. You want to put good content out there. You don't want to put garbage out there, but be consistent, do it on a consistent basis, do it, 5 days a week, and just get the content out there. Don't worry. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. If it's, if your description isn't the best, just do your best and get it out there. But you don't necessarily have to spend more time on one rather than the other. I would create the content and then push it out to each platform. Very good question. I'm really losing my voice here. So I see one more question. I'm going to answer this and then I'm going to jump off here. So the next question, let me just go over to here, is, so this person is asking, so they're asking, how do you come up with content? So we kind of went over that. I'll touch on that real quick. But like I said, for a countertop company, for a fabricator, what you're doing every day, you're already creating the content. You just need to capture it. So let's see what to post. I think this is probably the best description I have here. What you want to post is completed projects. So if you don't take anything else away from today, take this: completed projects, before and afters, and pictures of material. If you could just focus on those three things and get pictures after an install, contact owners, ask them for pictures. Also, when you contact the owner, ask them for a Google review. When you get a new delivery and take a quick video of it, take a couple of pictures, take a couple of pictures of your showroom. Do this, put it all into a Google Drive folder, somewhere on your computer, wherever it lives. Make sure it's all there, and then that is your content. Then what you want to do is you want to use a spreadsheet like I have. Let me pull that up real quick. So this is just a Google sheet. You can use Excel, any type of spreadsheet, and just map out the days, Monday to Friday, put the dates in there, and then say, this is for the project in Tampa that we did. Oh, this is an island. It's a quartz. It was for a homeowner that, had Formica countertops. Just explain it. I mean, you don't even have to go into that much detail. It could literally just be what the material is. But get into the consistency of taking the photos, because that's going to be your content. writing a quick description. Like you could see here, we have some long descriptions. Our business is a little bit different. But here, this is a quick, this is one of our descriptions right here. It's just 2 sentences. So just make it quick, short, sweet. Explain what the material is. This is a project in Tampa. We installed quartz for this homeowner. That's it. You don't even have to say anything else. The picture is going to do the speaking. But what you do want to do, the description doesn't necessarily have to be that long, but you want to include your hashtags. Because if you don't include the hashtags, it's not going to get as much traction. Instagram, Facebook, they read about what your post is about from your description, but the hashtag is basically telling them, if this is a granite install, put in hashtag granite countertops. That's telling them this is a post about granite countertops. So again, I kind of went a little bit off there, but post pictures about projects, before and afters, materials, organize it and include your hashtags, and just do that. Even if you just do a couple of posts a week, just keep doing it. You'll get traction. It's not going to happen right away. I mean, that's the biggest takeaway. I'll end with this is you can do this for a month. You're probably not going to get that much traction for it. And it's tough to put time into online marketing and things like this, social media, and not see immediate result. But you got to just stick with it. Like, take this advice, do exactly what I'm saying, break it down, and just keep doing it. And if you just keep doing it, you'll see here. I'll show you our profile right here. This is a perfect example. We started off, sorry, I'm really losing my voice here. We started off with 0 followers, and now we have almost 1,800. Most of these are countertop companies, fabricators. So again, we don't expect to grow this thing to like 10,000 followers, but we have a couple thousand countertop companies, fabricators in our audience. This did not happen overnight. Maybe we get a handful of followers a week, maybe sometimes, maybe we don't sometimes. So this takes time, but it works. You just got to put that consistency into it and just keep doing it. So I hope you got a lot out of this training. My voice is completely gone. Join us on the next workshop. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be a good one. I'll put something good together for you. And if you have any questions, reach out. Go to my website, countertopmarketingco.com. Book a call with me. I'm always happy to jump on the phone, give someone advice. If you want to work with us, like I said, we could take your retail side of the business to the next level outside of word of mouth and referrals. And that's it. See you on the next workshop.